Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead, and today we're making pumpkin pancakes and salt pork. Now, this video is mostly about pancakes, but in Little House on the Prairie, back in the day, people lived on salt pork, and this bacon happened to be almost all fat in this section, and it was really salty. So what we do with that is we put it in a frying pan and we add a little bit of water and we parboil it, and then we pour that water off to reduce the amount of salt, and then we fry it. So what you're going to need is this will make 9 small pancakes, or 3 good sized ones. You need a cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of milk, 1 fresh egg, and a tablespoon of baking powder in your flour, 2 tablespoons of oil, and 1/3 of a cup of pureed pumpkin, and 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Now this is my powdered. It's going to be 1/3 of a cup. So if you're using canned pumpkin, then just 1/3 of a cup pureed. But what I have here is 2 tablespoons of powdered pumpkin and 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Okay, we want to get our pumpkin organized here so it can cool down some. So I'm going to add my 1/3 of a cup of water. This is actually a 1/4 cup, so I got to add a little bit more. There we go. And you don't want your pumpkin too runny. So this is one of those situations where dehydrated pumpkin powder is ideal, because you can actually make it as thick as you need to. But 9 times out of 10, canned pureed pumpkin is pretty thick. All right. Okay. Now, I am using my hand mixer, one of my hand mixers, because the bowl for my KitchenAid is in the dishwasher. We're going to take our fresh cracked egg and drop a little milk into it and beat the tar out of it. Now, let's get our 1/3 of a cup of pumpkin in there, along with the pumpkin pie spice. We're going to start putting our flour and baking powder and alternating it with our milk. I almost forgot our 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay, so here's our big cast iron frying pan, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of our salt pork fat in there, and let's get this up to temperature. Now, one of the funny things about cast iron, folks, is that once it gets to a certain temperature, you can turn it down and it will hold that temperature because it holds the heat. We've got our pan hot, and you know how we tell? You drop a little bit of water in it, and if it sizzles and pops, she's ready to go. We can turn it down to medium, and I'm going to have to use, this particular batter is really hearty, so I'm going to use a 1/4 cup measure. These will take a little longer to cook than normal pancakes too, folks. That's why you want your temperature down and you want a measuring cup handy. What we're waiting for, folks, is bubbles. Once you have bubbles in your batter, you can flip your pancakes. While we're waiting for that to cook, I'm going to take my salt pork and I'm going to drain it, because anybody who's watched my videos from years gone by, you can make chicken suet cakes with this stuff, but I'm going to be doing a video soon on how to turn that into soap. So we're saving up all our drippings. Okay, now the bubbles on these are going to be finer, so these are really tiny fine bubbles, but it's ready to flip. There we go. And flip in the order that you poured them. So when I have all these pancakes cooked up and Pop and I are at the table, we'll be back. Ooh. Now, because you are such a pumpkin junkie, these are pumpkin pancakes.
Very good.
Do you want some whipped cream with that?
No. Enough sugar.
You got enough there?
I think so.
Good, because Yeah.
You only get 2.
Well, no, that's all I'll eat, but want a fast supper and you still want nutrition? Pumpkin pancakes. Caroline Ingalls would have been proud. Take care, God bless.